Welcome back to the channel. I give it to you raw, uncut, straight to you gut. Something real, something you can feel. Doing a reaction to, she told her co-worker she got 75K inheritance money. Then the plot began. Shout out to Tony 2 Times TV. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your people. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. Everyone out here moves in different ways when dealing with other people. If you have ever been betrayed or crossed by the ones closest to you or the people you love, then more than likely you are probably a little more reserved to yourself because you know it's a lot of snakes out here. But on the flip side of that, some people are outgoing, friendly, they love everybody. They don't see the flaws in others or their ways. Just like many of us wouldn't open the door at night for a stranger without either having that gun on us or simply just ignoring the knocks because you don't know who it is behind that door. But some people's minds work opposite. They want to help, see if the person is in trouble, not knowing who it could be and what's their motives. Once most people get to a certain age, we know the difference between friends and associates. Friends are people you have known for a long time. You know they have your best interests at heart and your back. You can trust them with your secrets and everything else. And you know it's real because the relationship has been battle tested and stood the test of time. But an associate is just someone you see and talk to every day, not really by choice, like a coworker. I'm sure we all had that one coworker who we chopped it up with all day at work. They were cool, but once we hit that clock, that was it. See you tomorrow, bro. But every now and again, people confuse associates with friends. They want to believe the world is not cold and you can love and trust everybody, not knowing evil really exists and comes in many shapes and forms, even hugs and fake smiles. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Morganton, North Carolina, to discuss the recent case of a young lady who told her co-workers about some good money
Morganton,
she
North
was getting.
Carolina.
Then the
It's
plot
up in the
began.
mountains.
Just last month, 39-year-old Carla Murray was living a fulfilled life in the Carolinas. Originally from Dallas, Texas, she was a Southern girl at heart. Outgoing, friendly, she loved people and making new friends. Carla wasn't navigating life alone, though. She was married to the love of her life, 31-year-old Raheem Murray. The couple shared a nice home together, worked hard, and had big plans for the future. They had no kids together, but their bond was solid. They were both well known in the area, especially Carla, and both worked at a local smoke shop. They often talked to customers coming in and out, and also co-workers. She would often share good news with associates and even strangers. So when she found out she had a big inheritance check coming, she was excited and couldn't wait to tell people. To her, it was good news. The amount was $75,000, a nice piece of money for her and Raheem to build a future with. A woman who used to work with the couple was 36-year-old Tasha Lewis. Not much is known about Tasha, other than the fact Carla looked at her like a friend and had told her and many others about her big check that was coming.
That's where she messed up at, man. Telling people what she get, man. Yo, look at this motherfucker right here. She looked like straight dope fiend. Trouble. The mountain boys, man.
Tasha was in a relationship with a man, 36-year-old Jamal Crosby. Jamal had a troubled past and had recently got out on a $100,000 bail for a serious charge, a homicide case in which he was accused of taking the life of a man back in 2008. But the case would go cold all the way until this year. Raheem and Carla were cool with Tasha and Jamal and considered them friends. Finally, Carla's money that she was talking about for about a year had hit her account. Perfect time. It was summer. And of course, people knew in the community. On a hot day last month, Tasha called Carla, telling her boyfriend Jamal was geeking. He was acting crazy, and she needed to leave the house and needed a place to stay. Carla, thinking that it was all love, invited Tasha
It's
to
always
stay
the
the night
closest
at
ones
her
to you.
place. When she came over, everyone talked and enjoyed the night. Her, Raheem, and Carla. Before the couple went to sleep. But Tasha stayed up and called her boyfriend, Jamal. She unlocked the back door to the couple's home. As he told her he was coming. The plan was simple.
Back door right there for real.
By any means necessary. As the following days went by, no one heard from Raheem or Carla. People started to see a woman driving her truck and a man driving Raheem's motorcycle, but neither person looked like the couple. On July 21st of this year, two park workers noticed shovels by a nature trail. They looked out of place, so they called local police, who responded to check out the scene. They quickly realized an area that looked like a makeshift grave, and inside was human remains. They sent them to the lab for DNA testing. As they kept searching the park, a few days later, they found more remains that was also sent to the lab. Soon, the results came back, with the victims being a married couple, Carla and Raheem married. The cause of their passing was gunshot wounds. Local police now knew they had a serious case on their hands. Carla's vehicle was tracked down. Police were surprised another woman was driving it. She was taken in for questioning. She told police Carla let her borrow the car and drive to Myrtle Beach. She stated she was a co-worker and identified herself as Tasha. She claimed her and Raheem also rode his motorcycle to Myrtle Beach as well. She stated the couple decided to move, and she had been asked to take care of their pets. Not buying her story, police got a search warrant for the couple's home. Inside, they found 22 caliber shell casings. It looked like certain areas of the house had been cleaned up, and that's when police put the full press on.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If if I go out and I know anybody can get it, Lord, please don't let me go out and buy something that look like that and some straight gutter ball junkie type people, man. Don't damn.
Tasha. They quickly found out her and her boyfriend came up with a plan. She lied to caller, telling her she was fighting with Jamal. She asked to stay the night, played everything cool. Then when the couple fell asleep, she called Jamal, left the back door open for him. He came in and shot the couple as they slept. They then used caller's face to unlock her phone. They transferred $19,000 from her cash app and sent it to Tasha's account. They cleaned up, took the bodies to the park, buried them, went to their house, got their 4 kids, and crazy enough, moved into Raheem's and Carla's home. With that information, Jamal was quickly picked up, and both him and Tasha were taken into custody, charged with 2 counts of first-degree hit and conspiracy to commit a hit. As the news hit the community about what happened and who was responsible, people couldn't believe it, including a fellow co-worker who knew all parties. He stated Carla had been talking about the money for about a year. Everybody knew about it, but he never thought it would play out like this. At their first court date, Jamal and Tasha heard the charges they were facing. He said calmly as she cried, as people listened and shocked. As of now, they are still awaiting trial. Rest in peace to Carla and Raheem. I send my prayers and condolences to their families. This is a cold-blooded story. I don't know how Tasha and Jamal thought they would even get away with this. Bad enough, y'all take their life and money. But to move the kids into their home is next level crazy. It's like they just thought they could take over their life. But now, the thousands they plotted so hard to get don't mean nothing in a jail cell. Carla made the ultimate mistake. Like we always hear people say every day, don't tell nobody your business. There's a reason people say that. Because you never know who is really happy for you or plotting on your downfall. Even worse, your life. But I want to know y'all thoughts about this situation, fam. So I'm going to leave it open for discussion.
It's like they say in the 48 laws of power. Lord, protect me from my enemies. I can take care of. No, I said, Lord, protect me from my friends. I can take care of my enemies. Because your friend gonna be the one that do the most damage to you and know your weaknesses and all that. And can't nothing happen to you until you trust someone. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. And condolences to the family. But sad he went out like that with these two clowns. But until the next one, like and subscribe. Peace.